Meanwhile, Netflix has begun its crackdown on password sharing in Australia. The new iPhone 15 is due to be released in September, and an electric mid-size SUV has a surprise feature. The editor of Tech Guide, Stephen Fenech, is here to tell us more. Stephen, Netflix has emailed customers advising their account is only for people in the same household. What are the options?
Yeah, good morning, Timmy. Customers would have received that email earlier this week. We knew back in February that this was coming. So the crackdown is for people who are sharing passwords outside of their household. So we're all doing it. The child that doesn't live at home, nan and pop, mum and dad, we're sharing those passwords. Finder did a survey. 41% of Australians share a password to someone outside their household. So this is going to be a little bit chaotic, because the options now would be for the account holder in the household can either pay $7.99 for up to two other people to access their account outside the household. The other option is that the people outside of your house, they'll get a message to be able to migrate their profile to their own account. So they'll retain all their viewing history and all the recommendations and start it on their own account. Now, let's be clear, Netflix is doing this just to raise revenue, to raise their numbers. They're a stock market listed company. They do have to provide improvements in both those areas, in revenue as well as the users. But I'm already seeing chaos with this. I've had a few readers contact me saying that they did see that they received a message when they tried to log into their Netflix account, and it was asking them whether this was their primary address, and naturally they said yes, it was. But the problem was that the people that were accessing their account out of their household received the same message, and naturally they said that this was their primary address as well. So it's taking control of the account to those people outside of your home. So expect more trouble with this. This is going to roll out in the US in the next couple of days, and that's where the rubber's going to hit the road with the true reaction to this move by Netflix.
Well,
Funny enough,
want to be careful,
Amazon. Absolutely, because other streaming platforms are already responding to this, saying that they're not there. You can share your passwords as much as you want. In fact, Prime tweeted over the weekend, earlier this week, I should say, that anyone with your password can access your account, and they did it in a really nice way. The profile page, instead of having the names under each of the faces, it said everyone can watch your account with your password. So we're already seeing that maybe other net streaming services may take advantage of the fact that people might leave Netflix. So other streaming services, it might be a day where they collect all these people who are making the exodus.
Now, you and Duro are always hammering me saying I've got to move beyond the iPhone 8 and get into the new world, but I will do that at one point. But what are the main changes on the iPhone 15? We're already at 15.
Yeah, well, the big changes are coming, and I managed to get hold of the dummies of the iPhone 15. Now, these are made in China so that the case manufacturers can make sure their cases fit the device. Now, if the shot that you just showed a second ago, one of the biggest changes is the port. Take a look at the port. The top one is the iPhone 15 dummy. The bottom one is the iPhone 14. And the big change is that Lightning is going. It's say goodbye to the Lightning port. It's USB-C for the iPhone 15, and this comes after the European Union's directive to companies saying that they want a consistent smartphone charging port across the board by the end of 2024. So Apple is going by the dummies. Looks like they're going to comply with that. So if you buy the iPhone 15. USB-C charging. If you got the iPhone 14 and earlier, and even the AirPods, Lightning will still work, of course, for those. But this is the change that's coming. Other subtle changes are the phone is slightly smaller. I think what that means is that the screen bezel, so that the black lines around the screen are going to be much thinner. So they're going to be able to have the same size screen in a smaller footprint, and also the side buttons are also going to change as well. But it's not till September. We're not going to see the iPhone 15 till September, but prepare yourself. Lightning is out, USB-C is in.
Okay, all right, we'll look out for that. Now, you've managed to combine two of your great loves, tech and the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Tell me.
Yeah, and also EVs. That's another passion of mine, mate. As you know, well, MG Motor are the major sponsor of Souths, and I was able to drive their car for a little while. And they suggested a little activation that we did with Souths to show them a surprising feature of their ZS EV. Now, that's that blue car you can see in the picture there. That has not electric car has a battery, right? So we're not used to charging the battery. But with the ZS EV, it also has a feature called V2L, which is vehicle to load. So basically what that means is that you can charge other devices, you can power other devices from the car. So to demonstrate that with the Rabbitohs, as you can see there, we set up, we plugged in a ball cannon, we had the ball pump, we also had a little recovery device as well. So that was all powered through the MG, which happens to be their major sponsor. So I decided to get along there, mate, and show the boys show them this feature. It was a fun day we had. It was at their new performance centre too. It's really impressive new centre down at Heffron.
Yeah, well done to Blake and the gang at South. That looks fantastic, that new centre of excellence, and well done with your catch. I noticed that was part of the vision.
Still got it, mate.
Still got it, Steve. All right, mate, all the best against Canberra.
Thanks, mate. I'll be out there. Thanks a lot, Timmy.